So you're buying a home and you're going through the process and you get to this step called the appraisal. Today's episode is going to be all about what is an appraisal? What does it mean for you? What happens if it comes in overvalue or undervalue? What are your options? We're going to go through everything involving appraisals today. Glad you're here with us. Welcome to the Aaron Powers Show. Today we're going to talk all about appraisals. Now, I know you probably have either gone through this process or aren't quite sure what it means and what it entails. And truthfully, an appraisal is something that must be done within the home buying process if you are going to get a loan in order to buy your property. Now, if you're going to pay cash, doesn't really pertain to you, don't need an appraisal. Now, if you are getting a loan, regardless of what kind of loan it is, the bank and or lending institution you're getting the loan from will have an appraiser go out to the property and give them the appraised value of what that property is actually worth. Now, this is a very important step in your buying process because whatever the appraiser determines the market value of the property you're purchasing is the only amount that the bank will lend in order for you to purchase. So an example for you. Say you're buying a home. You've agreed to purchase the home for $300,000. Sellers agreed to sell for that price. Boom, you're in contract, in escrow, going through the process. Now the lender, whoever you're getting the loan from, is going to order an appraisal. An appraiser is going to go out to the house. They're going to determine the value of the home and do a full, long appraisal report, which goes to you as the buyer to determine the value. Now, again, you're purchasing for $300,000. Let's say the appraiser determines the value at $290,000. Well, now you're $10,000 off, right? So if the appraiser comes back and says it's worth $290,000, that's all the lender is going to lend on it. So the lending institution or bank is only going to loan up to that $290,000. Now you have a $10,000 gap. So you have a few options in this part of the process if it happens this way. Number one, the seller can agree to reduce the price. Seller can come down to $290,000. $290,000 would be your new purchase price. Option two, you could meet somewhere in the middle. Say the seller is willing to come down $5,000, you go up $5,000. So you meet right in the middle, you sell, you buy for $295,000. Option three, you actually still agree to pay the $300,000 and you come up with the $10,000 yourself in order to raise the price to that value. Now the key here is the biggest part of appraisal is if it comes in low, as the buyer, you can't come up with that extra money and build it into the loan because they're only going to loan up to the appraised value. So if you're a $10,000 difference, you now have to come up with that figure in cash in order to purchase that home, unless the seller could be willing to come down. So I've gone through this before. I've had appraisals come in overvalue, which is great because then you have equity in the home the minute you buy it. I've had them come in right at value, and I've had them come in undervalue. And the biggest key is when you're making, as a buyer, making an offer on a property, or even a seller in deciding your list price, you must use the comparable properties, especially the ones within the last 6 months, within the subdivision and or mile radius if necessary, to really determine what value you should be purchasing and or selling the property at. Because if you decide, hey, I'm going to sell for this price, $300,000, and someone's willing to pay $300,000, you're going to go down the road, you're going to get your earnest money, you're going to do your inspection, you're going to get to the appraisal, and if the market doesn't determine it, it's going to come in low, and then all of a sudden you're back to renegotiating again. So just a very important part of the process, just remember, unless we're talking cash, no matter what you want to buy and sell for, the true appraised or market value of the home is what's really going to make a difference in the end. So just make sure you're having these conversations with your real estate professional, with your lender, whoever you're working with, and making sure that the amount of money you're giving in an offer or the amount of money you're listing your property for is truly what it will appraise for. Because when it comes down to that point, if you're up or below on value, it's going to show up and you're going to have to go through the negotiation all over again. So always want to consult real estate professional. Understand where the comps are, and hey, if you have features and benefits in your home that exceed everything else that have already sold, then you can come up with some extra value there. And again, that's something you're going to want to get the opinion of a real estate professional on as well. So, hey, thanks for watching. Hope this was some good information on what an appraisal really is and how it can benefit and or affect you depending on the outcome. Leave any likes or dislikes below, any comments, and tell me how I can make future videos better for you. Please subscribe for all future videos coming out. I'm Aaron Powers with Keller Williams Southern Nevada. And who do you know that might be looking to buy or sell that we can help go through this appraisal process so they can win in the end? Thanks for watching.